This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more. Hey, Tasha's there. Surprise, surprise, surprise. That's a good thing. So anyhow, welcome to Movie Reviews and More. It's Tuesday night live on K4 HD radio and podcasting, Talk4 Media, TV, radio, and podcasting, streaming, obviously, Worldwide TV Network, WomenOnTV.tv, iTunes 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee. And so guess what? We are on location at Cute Booty's own factory, their store. So I told Kelly I say that. And for women, they really like cute booty stuff. So it's all about that booty. And actually, Terry looks pretty good today.
Oh, thank you, Brian.
So she's actually surprised that I complimented her, but she does look good. And so here's the thing about this. I've been looking forward to this show because we're going to have the Mokha Bunn people on out of Canada. I don't know what happened, but things happen. Right, Tosh? Yes. Everybody has difficult getting in. You just never know what's going to happen. But I am excited for this because meeting Megan Henry has been very, very interesting. I thought she was Lucretia when I saw her at Halloween Hotness. I turned around and said, "Can you take a picture of me?" And I go, "Is that Lucretia? What are you doing here?" And it wasn't. It was this young lady, this actress, producer, writer, Megan Henry. And I go, "Oh, you look just like my friend, who's one of my other co-hosts." And she goes, "No, I'm me." And I said, "Wow." So she took a great photo of me and Sunglass Jack Nicholson on Halloween Hotness.
I saw that.
And so she took that photo. And Megan, everybody thought it was really Jack Nicholson. So thank you for that.
Wow.
I really love the stories and the things that she's done. So Megan, tell us who you are and where you're coming from.
Who are you, right? It feels like the question being posed by is it the caterpillar or the centipede in Alice in Wonderland? Who are you? I am that I am. I am an actor and a writer and a producer and a featured author and a glitter thrower and a jumpsuit junkie. And I love sass and chocolate and, all the good stuff, the delicious stuff that life has to offer.
See, that's a good thing. I'm going to remember about the jumpsuit junkie thing. I didn't know about that one. And chocolate, I definitely didn't know. So we got some great chocolates coming up. So that'll be a good thing.
Oh, fabulous.
And then waiting for this young lady. So Terry and I interviewed Petra back last year at the NAMM convention. I didn't know too much about her, but I knew she was someone special. And that's when we were doing our JBL Live with Flora at that point. And she was so interesting because she was talking about CBD. She was talking about music. And she's done so many things. So when I think about Sun Brand, the feel-good company, I think about health and wellness products from Sun Brand, obviously. So not only is she a crew of WeedCon, CEO of WeedCon, producer, director of Safety Harbor Kids, which is very, very important. Her favorite charity, that's important to talk about. All sales from that, 20% of that go to her Safety Harbor Kids. That's a big, huge baby of hers. And I like that. I'm glad to call her a friend because guess what's coming up tomorrow is WeedCon. Tomorrow also is, talking about things coming in for all the stuff that Petra's done. So Petra's, let's talk about your brand, all the things that you have coming on this weekend because you do a lot of great things.
Thank you. I don't know how I got it, but they're calling me the Queen of Cannabis now. I used to be the Queen of Charity, working with Safety Harbor Kids, helping orphans, foster, and homeless kids, providing career college music and art programs, established since 2007. We started WeedCon. It's in dog years now. It seems like it's been a long time. It's back in 2018. We've had umpteen events now. We bring in some of the top cannabis and CBD companies, and we introduce the health and wellness products to our dispensary owners, buyers. We have Chef Matt, one of the award-winning cannabis chefs. He comes out, he does a luncheon for our buyers. We have about 200 dispensary buyers that come out on day one. They come in for the luncheon. They do their corporate responsibility, helping with the charity, with Safety Harbor Kids, giving back, and they learn about our great products that we have. We have Sun Brand, which is my line. That's my baby. You know, I tell people, if you go to the government website, you can see that CBD stops growth, 80% stops growth of cancer tumors. And then people go, oh, look at my Instagram page. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I just told you I have the cure for cancer. So it's really amazing. If you look at it, if you go to the Sun Brand website, you go to our education. What I want people to know is that there are other alternatives out there for you. Whether you've gone through the chemotherapy or you're looking to go through it, or you just want a preventative medicine. So we have health and we have wellness and we have pain. We have things for migraine. We have pet products, beauty products. I unfortunately myself deal with some chronic pain. And so I said, how can we do this better? How can we create something that everybody can use that's available internationally? So it's hemp CBD, and that we can educate people. You know, I come from a third generation cannabis family for social use. And I didn't know that there's things like THCA that are non-psychoactive. And there's all these other amazing products that you can use, and you don't have all the side effects from the big pharma. So it's been really exciting to me to teach people what we can do with Sun Brand. And that's, you know, my pet, when he's in extreme pain, I give him the tinctures and he goes down and goes to sleep. And I do the same for myself. So it's an exciting thing to educate people. And my companies I have out here, Sun Brand was very proud here at WeedCon to be able to sponsor our farmers market. It's been very hard and difficult for some of our small farmers. So between the fires and what's going on with the big conglomerates taking over and the sizes of their farmers they're allowed to have and the taxes and licensing, we really want to educate people about the small craft cannabis farmers and what they're doing and the sustainability and the organic. So we have a beautiful farmers market out here. If you go to weedconproductions.com, day one is for our buyers. Day two, we also have a golf tournament, which is really exciting. So it all sponsors Safety Harbor Kids. We got the buyers that come out. They go to the Education Expo. They learn about the new programs. They jump out on the golf course. We have a hole in $100,000 hole in one. Mojave Reserve is one of our sponsors. They're a cannabis company. Their motto is before it was legal. Amazing products. They have a THCA diamonds that I take an instant pain relief. I mean, much more effective than any of the big pharma products. So it's
all right. We're going to come back to that in a minute because I want to talk about the golfing thing because this was Thursday's day. So Jie, she jumped in from Mokha Bunn Coffee, the Yemeni specialty coffee out of Canada. So I'm glad to see you on. Everybody's been having a little bit of connection problems. I think Tash seems to be okay in Florida right now. But let's talk about Mokha Bunn because that's really, really good. So we have you booked for 2 months. I'm glad you got a chance to make it on. Let's talk about coffee and why this coffee is good because Tash is hot and she really likes it.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, like I was trying to get in twice, but I was hearing you very slowly. So it was weird. But now, thanks God, everything is good.
Hey, we got you here. Let's talk about why this coffee is good and the meaning of it, because I didn't know the history of coffee that it actually came into Yemen. Talk about that, please.
Sure. So first of all, like I just finished roasting. So I'm smelling like the best coffee ever. So I love roasting. You guys should smell the roasting process. It is totally different thing. So now I'm speaking from the experience itself because of the smell of the coffee everywhere here. So the Mokha Bunn is a Yemeni specialty coffee roasters, and we decided to focus only on the Yemeni beans because Yemen is the birthplace of coffee. This information It's not very famous. People like usually connect coffee with other origins, but the truth is that Yemen is the birthplace. So when I moved to Canada, I was trying to find such beans here, but I couldn't find them. I tried other origins, like you can find a lot of great beans from other origins, but there is always something special regarding the Yemeni beans that it has sweetness that I couldn't find in any other origins. That's why I was like so hard trying to find it here. And then I started to look around, like it's okay. I can, look any other country, not only in Canada. And then finally I found Mokha Bunn in Chile. And I tried their coffee. I ordered them as a coffee fan. And when I tried them, I found the sweetness that I was, looking for. And it was even more than what I was looking for because I started to taste like something like chocolate. Like we have the Mocha A Plus. When you drink it, you feel like there is a milk chocolate inside your coffee, and it's a black coffee though. Like it's not even with milk or something. And I'm a sugar addict, so I used to put sugar in my coffee, but this coffee, it was just, so sweet and so smooth. There's no need for sugar, no need for any addition like caramel or whatever. So from here, I was very interesting to know more about the specialty coffee, about why these, like, let's say flavors are there naturally. So I started to contact with Mustafa. He is the roaster of Mokha Bunn in Chile. And then he started to educate me. Like he was very happy to find, a customer who was really interesting to know more. And he started to teach me about coffee, about the process, about everything regarding specialty coffee, even the roasting coffee. So yeah, and here, like it starts from there. We start to work together. I decided to bring this coffee to Canada because all my family, friends, and like all the people around me, they were saying that they are drinking the coffee just because they need the caffeine kick, to start their day or to, continue on their day. But they are not really enjoying it because of the bitterness or because of the acidity. So I was like, no, come on, like when you drink coffee, you should enjoy it, not just use it as a, something to give you energy. No, like it's something to enjoy. So I brought the beans here, and I'm still very happy of all the comments and the feedback we are like receiving. Everyone is like liking the same thing that I liked, which is the sweetness of the coffee and how it tastes like chocolate and milk chocolate in our coffees.
So Megan, let me ask you this: are you a coffee drinker? Petra, I don't know if you drink coffee either.
I love coffee. I've
So
drinking coffee around the world
I am a
myself.
coffee drinker. Yeah.
So here's the interesting thing about this. I'm not a coffee drinker. Tosh knows about this. She got on my case. I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee when I drink coffee.
Oh
So
my God.
The worst
see,
coffee
I'm getting
ever.
it again.
I'm a coffee addict. I drink coffee every morning, and I love specialty coffee.
All right, so
So-
Jihad, this is
Right.
why I wanted to have you on the show because we talked about this last time. So Tosh, talk about this. Tosh got some coffee sent to her. I got some coffee sent to us. As a non-coffee drinker, I thought it was good. So you guys drink coffee, so that means I guess they'll love it, Jihad, right?
I
have
need
to
to try
try
this.
Yeah.
I loved it. I got the mocha, which I have it right here because the packaging is so freaking cute. This is the one that I enjoyed the most. That's the one that she was talking about, and I swear to you, I haven't had to put any sugar in this coffee. And I'm a huge like a huge sugar addict on my coffee. It needs to be sweet. It's a smooth coffee. If you drink it like black, I drink it black, and I'm not really a person that drinks just straight up coffee. But it was so smooth, so like I was blown away. I was like, you got a customer for life because I like the history behind the brand. The coffee's amazing. It tastes so chocolatey. The Mocha AA Plus is my favorite one. So thank you for sending that to me because
I'm happy to hear
I am
that.
the happiest. I am the happiest in the mornings drinking my coffee.
So
I'm really
nonstop,
glad.
just dying to jump in here to talk about
I am
coffee.
a coffee fanatic. As a fitness person and a fitness competitor, I use caffeine as a pre-workout. So I can't really. I never put sugar in my coffee, but it would be. I usually use stevia. But I would absolutely love to try this because again, it's like I drink coffee every morning and then I have a cup of coffee right before I work out.
I must
And do you enjoy it, or it's just for energy?
I enjoy coffee.
Okay,
I love the smell of coffee in the morning. That to me wakes me up. Just the aroma. I'm really kind of a person that likes the smell of like.
See, and I like the smell of it, but I wake up to the sun side. I just need to wake up to the sun.
No.
But I get it.
Yeah.
So,
He doesn't
Petra,
need the
you sound
caffeine
like
like us.
Petra, you sound like you're a coffee drinker too,
I
right?
love it. I've had coffee from some of my favorite coffee I had was in Senya in China. I've had it in Jamaica. I've had it from my friends in Kona. I am a big caffeine person. I'm Italian, so I love my espresso and my lattes. It's kind of part of the whole thing in life. It goes really well with the cannabis, and it's also great for pain, for anti-inflammatory. I cannot wait to try some of your coffee. It sounds like a phenomenal way to start my morning.
Thank
So,
you.
And Megan,
Yeah,
you
it
said the
is.
same thing, right?
Well, you had me at chocolate, so I'm gonna definitely try it. And I don't need coffee. I had an acupuncturist that said, "Good God, woman, why the hell do you drink coffee? You come in both barrels blazing." But I love it. I love the taste. So I don't know if you have a decaf option. I'll take, the full octane. But I'm excited, and I make my own version of bulletproof coffee. I usually do cacao, so it'll be nice to
Okay.
not need that because it sounds like it's got that robust chocolatey flavor.
Yeah. So let me tell you this. So, like when you come to specialty coffee, comparing it with the commercial one, the specialty coffee has lower caffeine. So if you don't like to drink, strong coffees with a lot of caffeine, specialty coffee is the right choice for you. And it has the required amount of caffeine that you will enjoy and continue your day with, but it's not that strong.
Yeah.
And for you, the Mocha AA Plus would really, satisfy you.
Look at that. Megan's writing it down already. I can see her.
now we have to explore a CBD coffee lineup on a later date here.
That would be awesome.
Well, yeah, I was going to
Yes.
mention that. I
Coming
mean,
in
that's
like
just
that.
wheels turning already. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if people realize this or not, but I've grown up with allergies and asthma my whole life, and I actually started drinking coffee at a young age because it opens up the vessels of your lungs to help you for breathing.
Yep.
So it's another reason why it helps me with my exercise. But that would be an excellent type of CBD. There are some CBD coffees out there. I've tried them, but that would be
they're not great tasting so far. I haven't found one that really hits it. Being a coffee aficionado.
Yeah, I haven't found a really good one either
Well,
yet.
guess what, Petra? I'm going to hook you up with someone named Mokha Bunn. So I
love it. Beginning of a beautiful relationship.
So Jihad, this is why I wanted to have you on because I knew the girls would like that because that's all I hear from them. One, but Megan didn't know and Petra didn't know. So, but I figured it would be a nice fit. So there you go, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys should try it out because it's really totally different experience. Like I have a lot of customers who were drinking the commercial one and they were afraid of switching to a specialty because they thought it's very mild, there is no this strong taste of coffee until they knew that this taste that they used to drink is burnt coffee. It's not the real coffee. Like in specialty coffee, we roast light and medium just because we know that we have the best quality of beans. So we want to highlight the natural hints and natural notes that it came inside the cherry itself and inside the beans. So that's why we roast it light and medium. So when you drink the coffee, you will be shocked that it is a lot of things inside it. It's not just a coffee, like a burnt coffee. Like it's not a burnt coffee. It's a coffee that combined with berries, sometimes stone fruits, chocolatey notes, dates. You can find a lot of things inside your cup. So this is really interesting.
So, Megan, let's talk about this. What is it like when you're that actress who's very spiritual, who's very creative, who's a small little fireball, who probably speaks her mind and could probably kick some butt there? So let's talk about this award-winning film short that you're in that I like, and talk about what you have coming up and then what you've done previous.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up a little bit. And don't forget, I'm on a caffeine fix now, especially with this Mokha Bunn coffee. You know, I'm sorry, can you repeat what you broke up towards the end?
Oh, I want to know about talking about the award-winning short film that you're in, and
Guardian Angel. Okay.
why that's good, and then the other thing that you co-exec produce, and then what you have coming up. And I wanted to hear about that special thing that you did when you guest on General Hospital.
Oh yeah, that was fun. So Guardian Angel, she was a really interesting character. And what I love about an actor, you know, being an actor, it can be so cathartic, and it's really delicious and sometimes scary and everything in between to dive into and explore the spaces and places that we're afraid to, or we otherwise wouldn't, or even, you know, beyond what we've allowed ourselves to tap into and access. And so she sort of had three personalities in one, although she was very, well, it's open for interpretation, but she's very sane and rational and resolute in her mission, right? She works for God, and she's an Avenger, and, you know, takes out the bad people like Dexter. And that was a very fun role for me to play. It was interesting to spout out all of the Bible verbiage, because it's been a long, long time since my days of catechism, and it doesn't, for whatever reason, doesn't just roll off the tongue naturally. So that was a bit of a fun challenge, and people seem to really like it. You know, at one point, the writer director, was in talks to perhaps have it go forward as a TV show. You know, it has a very comic book feel to it, very dark, very gritty. And the short film that I co-produced is actually very near and dear to my heart. And, you know, in the entertainment industry right now, especially, is sort of being on the front and centered lines, right, of culture and consciousness, and really having our thumb and our eye on the pulse of the zeitgeist. We have an opportunity to shift paradigms. And so I on purpose collaborated on a socially conscious short film, and the subject matters here nor there. It can be anything, really. But I collaborated with people with whom I don't agree. And I think that that's so important. And it's such a wonderful opportunity to shift out of criticism, right, who we're being, into, well, where can we go? And also to shift into curiosity about other people's perspectives, to really expand the conversation. And it was such a beautiful experience on the junket circuit, because a lot of people really just want to get beyond like the typical circular myopic conversations, right? It's about the consciousness. And so you've got to expand and hold space for different points of view so that we can come together inspired by our differences, yes, rather than in spite of, because we don't want to make anybody bad and wrong. Everything's just an experience, and what else is possible. So that was very near and dear to my heart. General Hospital was fun. I would love to come back. That was a co-star role that I played. I was in a lineup. Probably you would have thought that I was guilty, you know, just knowing that I'm on coffee and full of sass. And I also have a streaming, I believe it's on Prime Video. I always confuse Prime and Amazon, but I star in one series anthology called In Absentia, not to be confused with the full series Absentia. And my episode is Stranded, and that was very fun. Very talented filmmaker, Jessica Silvetti. And as an actor, that I had a lot of free reign to really play and explore. And that was a fun challenge to, you know, do you trust your instincts, right? As actors and storytellers, it's can we get out of the way and just really let this birth how it wants to birth within the confines, right, of the parameters in the story?
Well, the interesting thing about that and talking about expanding, so Petra, so talk about the woman who's done everything. When I see a picture of you and David Crosby, or I think of you in the music world, and I always think back of last NAM. I'm like, why was she at NAM? Oh, she knows all these people. But then again, you are that producer. You're also that writer. You've also been, I think you've even been an actress. You've done everything. What happened you done?
Well, my mother and my grandmother were the actresses in the family. I found myself behind the camera and I became a PGA producer. We got the sun shining in now for the evening here. I became a producer and started directing and producing, and that's where I worked with the for the charity. I worked with Malcolm McDowell and Wendy Malick and Billy Zane, people of like that, giving back, becoming spokespeople for people for our charity. It really has been a great opportunity to pull my skills together to help benefit orphans, foster, and homeless kids while getting the message out. Then we took WeedCon and it became its own entity above and beyond. It started to help the charity for Safety Harbor Kids. Then I realized that there's an industry here that really needed the same branding and marketing and press and media that I did for the Fortune 500 companies, whether it was Elon Musk or Maserati or, our companies like Wells Fargo, crazy companies like that would pay us to sponsor them for the charity. And so we're doing the same thing now for the cannabis industry, for the health and wellness, for the CBD. I started Sun Brand in 2019 when the Farm Bill first passed, and I realized it was time to create a new awareness on what's out there and allow people to know that there are products out there that can help them, that can change their lives, that they can make a difference and help orphans, foster, and homeless kids. Megan, I would like to invite you. I'm assuming you're here in Hollywood. You got to come out and join us on Thursday. We're going to be at the golf course, Los Robos Golf Course. You can go to WeedCon Productions.
Yeah, I would love that.
Be my guest, okay? Come on out and join. We've had some crazy artists. Wycliffe Jean launched his line in Rolling Stone magazine. Robbie Krieger of The Doors performed here last year. I do come from music. My dad's in the group Little Feat. Jackson Brown's on our board. I bring all of my friends and family together and let's play, let's support, let's make a difference, and let's get the word out. And that's what we're doing together. Brian, you're an amazing person. I got to meet you at NAM. I was out there. I think that was my first interview rounds for WeedCon that we were doing. And it was an early on the venture, I think. Oh, no, actually, it was just last year we did it. Time goes.
It seems like it was a while ago, but yeah, it was only last January.
It's not 2 years. It's been a long. We continued to work through the pandemic. We set the standards for safety, health and wellness, and events. We did all of the social distancing. We did the same day testing. We did foot baths. We did hyper HEPA filters. We did masks. We did every single thing to set the standard for events on how things could be done. We've done that working with, our clients are deemed essential, so they never shut their doors. And, we have clients, people who've just launched products that need to get their product out there, and they can't sit for 2 years with their products before people get to know who they are. So it's been a really great opportunity to help people, help them launch their brands, get their companies out there. At the same time, helping Sun Brand, being able to help our small craft farmers to come on down to LA to meet all these dispensary buyers. I mean, I do the theory of Hollywood. If I drop a pin within 50 miles, we have to have our circle of miles where people will go, their range. So I have over 200 dispensary buyers within 50 miles of my venue. And we bring them together and everybody gets to help Safety Harbor Kids. We're doing our holiday challenge this year. Every year we give over 1,000 toys to orphans, foster, and homeless kids. We work together with the community, with companies, with individuals. We put a challenge out there. Whoever wins and gives the most amount of toys, we do a press release for you and brand your company or you're a human being. One year it was Baker Botts, attorneys out of Texas. Another year it was Jackson Brown. Each year it's a different person that gives the most. We get toys and goods and services directly to orphans, foster, and homeless kids. 80% of these kids would end up homeless without our help. 60% will end up in prison. And our job as a community and as leaders is to break that cycle of homelessness, poverty, and prison. And we're doing it. We're bringing our companies together. We're bringing our brands together, the distributors, the farmers, everybody, just a little bit. If everybody donated just a little bit, we could make a difference. And
So
that's
here's
what
the good thing about this also, Petra, is that it's Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday is always like the third week of November, but I wanted to start and say, why not make it the whole month of November? So
love
that's
it.
where I always want to talk about the Dreamweaver Artist Ranch. I want to talk about, Popper and Barkley is one of your friends, Adam Grossland,
Oh yeah, I
has
love
been
Adam.
on with us. So I think Roxy has, because we have our Popper and Barkley, we have
They've
our
won
Dreamweaver Artist Ranch, we have all of that stuff.
they've won cup after cup after cup every year. When I first started this, I went after some of the best companies, and I feel blessed when I started my company Sun Brand, having worked as a judge, I have all these phenomenal products brought to me. And I reached out to Papa and Barclays and Mary Medicinals and some of the really good products that are out there, knowing how to brand and market and are there for the health and wellness and healing of our community. And that's what it's all about, is making a difference, giving people alternatives. If you're sick, or if you're in pain, or you can't sleep, or you have migraines, there's things to do that you can take and that aren't psychoactive, they don't have negative effects, and you can really make a difference. We have Christmas gift baskets for your family, whether it's people go, oh, this is great for my mother and my grandfather, even for end of life, this is a great alternative. I mean, it's amazing. We're on a precipice of something brand new and exciting. And, it's something that's in our brain, it's in our body. These other pharmaceutical things are not in our DNA. They're not there for us. This is already built into our body, in our system, and it makes a big difference and works. And it's healthy and natural. So it's a no-brainer. Like I said, when I
So
started this
Petra,
thing,
Terry's
we
got a question
have
for you
a
too.
cure for cancer. Just take a look at it. Go to Sun Brand. Look at our education site. You can see that 80% productivity of killing cancer tumors from CBD. Really, nothing does it like that. So if anything more, it helps us with health and wellness, makes you feel better, makes your skin nicer, your bath bombs make you feel good, the massage oil works, and we're killing cancer cells. So,
All right, Tosh,
good.
I know you got a question. Tosh, I'm going to go to you first, and then we'll go to Terry.
Oh yeah. So I had a question for Megan actually on your role in Guardian Angel. You said that she had like kind of different personalities, right? Is that what you were mentioning?
I mean, that's one perspective, but to me it was more different aspects of self that she brought out, right? Because we're multi-dimensional beings, and she had very specific, what's the word that I'm looking for? Sort of approaches, I guess, if you will, like within her journey.
Okay, so my question to that is that I actually want to start kind of digging in to acting, but there's just so many. Acting is so like huge, and like different characters and like different ways to approach being a specific character. How did you? What was there anything specific that you did to kind of get into the zone before you like would do the role, or just anything that kind of helped you with like trying to really be the character?
Right. Oh my gosh, that's a great question. Let me see. I personally, and everybody has their own interpretation for this character because she was so complex. I did a backstory. It helped me kind of get into the essence and the consciousness of who she is. And I worked a lot with the director and, got his perspective and, really just dug in. I think my Catholic roots helped, right? To sort of understand like why this was so important to her, and in this particular role, her relationship, with source or God or whatever you want to call that thing that makes our fingernails grow. But yeah, I really just sat with her and put myself in her reality as I imagined it to be. And again, for this particular role, a backstory really, really, really helped me, right? For me, it was about what was that sort of core wounding that kind of is the driver behind all of this. What is her need? What is her want? What is she really after? Because, we just mask it like we do in real life with all of the other things. And so that really helped me in this scenario.
Oh, well,
I
thank
have-
you. Because
but-
go ahead, Terry.
Oh no, finish up.
No. I was just gonna say that's impressive. I've always been so intrigued by people that can act, because it's not for everyone, and you really have to like dig in and like really like get into the character. So I just kind of wanted to see how your methods were to get in the role.
So Tasha, while you're there, tell them what you do, and then we're gonna go to Terry, and then we'll go back to Jihad.
Yeah, so I am an urban Latin pop singer from Miami. Started about like a year and a half ago. And I do have a new single out called Que Paso, which I actually made these little promo stickers. I don't know if you can see it, but this is me, and it's called Que Paso. So I'm literally going to around like my city, and there's like this huge art like neighborhood where people go and like stick stickers and kind of do their own promo. So yeah, that's my passion. Music has always been my passion, but I kind of let it go for a while because I was scared of not making it and not being good enough, and I kind of just snapped myself out of it, and I was like, you have control of your life, and if music is what you want to do, then then you got to do it. It's what you got to do. So I love singing. I love music, and my goal is I don't even want to become famous. I just want to share my music with everybody who wants to just enjoy life and always have good vibes. So that is me.
Petra, I had a question for you. Brian and I have actually been doing a lot of shows around mental health and anxiety, depression, and bullying and all that stuff. One of the things I like about CBD is that it helps with my anxiety, and I think there's a big place for it in mental health, because a lot of the drugs out there for mental health actually kind of make depression worse for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm really, and again, as a fitness competitor, and as I've been into health and athletics my whole life, I try to do the natural route before I take, heart medications, because again, there's a lot of side effects, and I always think that, God has given us, things that can heal us. And so but can you add to that on how the CBD helps with depression, anxiety, and mental health?
Yeah, no, I absolutely 100% agree. I deal with physical pain, and it's a lot of the painkillers that they give me are the same things that they give you for mental depression. And what they do is they make you more depressed, which is just ironic that here we are trying to be, they're like, let me give you this antidepressant for your antidepressant.
Yeah.
So what I do find, everybody finds their own dose. A different combination works for each person, and so you have to find it. You have to try it. I have the CBDs and everything from a 500 to a 5,000 milligram tincture. Some people, my housekeeper was having a hard time sleeping because she was stressed, and she was taking 2 drops. I know someone else, they take 2 droppers full. So it really makes it helps with your anxiety, with your stress. It's a natural muscle relaxant, a natural sleep aid. Unlike alcohol, it doesn't have the effects that has. I met a man in a bar, and he was sitting there trying to drink as much as he could because he could not sleep. And I just said, here, and I gave him some CBD, and he told me it made a world of difference for him. And so, whether it's for pain or whether it's for anxiety or stress, whatever it may be, because everybody has, especially these days, we have a lot of different things going on that are keeping us awake. I think that if you can do something that's natural, that's not that's organic for your body, and that doesn't have any negative reactions. The only thing they've found is that you need to drink water, and it can cause liver damage if you do not drink enough water. Yeah. So we drink water, and that's what we know. That's the only side effect negative that they found about it. The worst thing people I've heard, they've done too much and they've fallen asleep. But you don't hear that we woke up and you could have had sex or cut your hair or done all these other crazy things, of driven somewhere and you don't know where you were. I mean, these are not side effects from CBD. and you don't have that depression, that anxiety that comes with the medications that they give you for depression. So I mean, it's very upsetting to me what they're doing with children, with the kids we serve. They put them on the worst antidepressant medication. I have constant suicide attempts as a result of the medication they put the kids on. My secret, not so secret desire would be to get them off of the big pharma and get them onto a natural substance, something like a CBD, non-psychoactive, and help the foster kids that we serve. So whether it's an old person or a young person, this is something that's there for you and can help you, and it doesn't have negative effects.
And then with one more thing I was going to add is with any kind of pain, back pain, knee pain, pain from cancer, there's always anxiety, there's always depression.
That's crazy. That you said that. That is one of the biggest things. I have a double herniated neck and smashed discs. So I created this this freeze pain that I'm working on, and I came up with, it's called Pain Freeze. It's 1,000 milligrams, and it works with the basic things that used to work, but then I added CBD to it. And at night, I can pick any one of these products as a judge that I have by my bedside. And I found myself at 3 and 4 in the morning grabbing our product, the Sun Brand pain product. And if it just gives you the littlest bit of relief for that short amount of time that can allow you to go to sleep or reduce your stress, it's so worth it. One of my clients said she goes, it works with her hand cramps, it works with her legs cramps. She goes, my worst fear is that I might run out of it. So I'm like, if we can do something to make people feel better, sleep better, have less pain, be less stressed, and wake up and be more productive, hallelujah. So
yes.
So I got a new product for you, but Gia, I want to go to you first. So when it comes to movies and coffee, Europeans love movies and coffee, don't they?
Yeah, sure. So I just want to say something. Going back to the point of changing people's lives, I just want to let everyone knows that this also happens in the coffee industry, or at least in the specialty coffee industry. Like we at Mokha Bunn, we always we know that our farmers are doing great job at the farm, right? Like the process is not easy at all. There are a lot of hard process to do to get us this, nice smooth cup. So we make sure to pay them like premium payroll because they deserve it, and this changed their life. So when you go deeply to this cup of coffee, you just find it a coffee, that you will drink and you will start your day. But there is a lot behind this cup. Like there is people life changing, a lot of hard process to do. So it's more than a cup of coffee. Now, when I drink the coffee after knowing all this, information, I have more appreciation for each sip because I know the story behind it, right?
See, and that's important, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do that, because when we first talked to you, me and Tosh, I didn't know, not being that non-Dunkin' Donut coffee drinker, I didn't know that because I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to make sure that people do know that because it was good. And you know what, Megan? They got me on strawberry because she said it was a strawberry taste to it, and I said, really? So that's why I want
interesting. I would do a chocolate covered strawberry. Do you have that?
Yeah. So the thing is, as I told you, because we are not burning the coffee, it depends on the area that the coffee is growing. And in Yemen, the coffee is famous because of the chocolatey and the berries side of notes. So you can find strawberry, you can find berries, you can find chocolate. And when I started this, it was hard for me to find these notes. But when you go deep to drinking the specialty coffee, you will start to be surprised that, oh my God, yeah, I can find the strawberry, I can find the chocolate notes, I can find the dates notes. And this is really amazing. It's really more than cup coffee. It's just something really interesting.
All right, Gia, give your social media links real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, so our Insta is mokhabunn.ca, which is MOKHABUNN.ca. This is the Insta. And it's the same for the Facebook and for the website, www.mokhabunn.ca as well. MOKHABUNN.
Tosh.
And you can find me on every social media as Vocally Tosh, or also you can visit my website where you can see my YouTubes, my interviews, and what I have coming up.
Megan.
My website is actormeganhenry.com. And I just, Brian, you know, I had a whole hacking issue on Instagram. So I'm starting over from scratch. And that is at official Megan Henry.
And everybody needs to go follow her because you got hacked too, right?
TikTok got hacked long time, like last year, yeah. But I got it fixed. That was the only one though.
Yeah, we don't like that, so we have to always go and support people at that point. So that's the important thing. Nonstop, give yours.
My website is terrymarieofficial.com, and then on my social media is Terry Marie Nonstop, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
And Roxy, I got to talk about this really quick because Petra, I'm going to bring you Gene. Gene is somebody that you need to meet. We work well with him, Terry and I, and a couple of the other girls. He was interested in what you had because he's had some things, a couple people at his Celebrity Connected gifting suites back in the day. So we're going to bring it back next year. So if you remember this, the Ringo is one of the new things that I'm promoting. And I think we got them. That's Immunity.
Nice.
We have one that has anti-stress. You put it in your nose for like 5-10 minutes. I actually sleep with it. It actually helps. It's just essential oils, and I really, really like that. So that's one of the new things that we have coming up. So you're going to meet him Thursday with your busy day, Petra, and you get the last word. Give your social media links for everybody.
It is WheatCon Productions on Instagram or Sun Brand Products. Come on out, follow us, and if you want to make a difference in the holidays, go to safetyharborkids.org. Look forward to you guys, and thank you, Brian, and thank you, everybody. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, and thank you for all that you're doing, and appreciate it.
And as I say to everybody, have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. And if you see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours because the world needs it. I'm Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More, and I want to thank everybody for coming in because it's not easy to always do these things virtually with everybody. Canada, Petra's got she got a hurt knee, which I can't see her walking around. When I see her Thursday, and Megan, she was working, and I'm like, she looks stunning over there. And Tosh, I can't do a lot of stuff without her nonstop. She's just,
I drove in from Redondo up to Willow Hills today.
Yeah, she wanted to come to see.
Yeah,
she wants a cute booty leggings.
I love their leggings.
So with that, I gotta say, everybody. So when we do this, I'll make sure everybody gets the cute booty leggings because it's all it's about the booty, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So with that, I want to thank everybody, and again, we will see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you.